Okay, in the finals against Blue Wasabi. This name Wasabi is supposed to be green. Playing first, which is what we want. It's a really not great hand, but we got two of our 4 drops and we can actually cast them. And that's kind of where this deck lays, right? Opponent mulling down to 5. Alright, this might actually be a game, seeing as I'm not going to be playing anything for a while. Instead of getting blown out of the water. Or we actually get really, really lucky. And draw our planes. Alright, no more lands. Just spells, my friends. Alright, opponent rolled a 5 and didn't have much, so not surprising that my opponent is stuck on 1. And then we'll get to follow up with the Cyclops One-Eyed Pass to put a lot of pressure on. Ooh, and another. Yeah, alright. This game is not really happening at the moment. No, more pressure the better. Ah, another land. Here we go. What's my opponent doing? Scrying, I'm sure, is key. On top. And this is going to be fairly brutal. But I do want to close this game out quickly. What's not happening? There we go. Get there. And then having the Borderland and God's Willing up next turn is going to be pretty cool. Riptide Chimera for the blocks. I mean, my opponent can block... has to block the Cyclops, which will basically probably just trade for the Chimera while taking 4. That's fine with me. I'm even willing to let the trade happen since I have a follow-up as well. Instead of, like, say, using the God's Willing to keep the Cyclops around. Or go that route. Take 4, down to 3. Yeah, we're still okay with those things happening. Because now both these guys are lethal. Opponent has to bounce the Chimera back. That's that. Alright, I didn't see much from my opponent, but blue-green was definitely some good colors to be in the draft. Yeah, I don't really know what else my opponent's doing, so we'll just keep it the same way, considering I don't even have any ways to adjust. Ugh. I think this I have to mulligan, since I don't have anything I can play without a mulligan. This is okay, but really bad. Well, maybe there'll be a game in the 3rd round. It's like I don't even want more lands, but I obviously need at some point a second mountain, even if I didn't draw this bolt. So much of my deck requires a second mountain. Maybe I should have mulled again. I didn't think about that, needing another mountain. So my opponent will blow the font and get this ramp on. Yeah, I'm going to be way behind. Blue Wasabi. Get it, Blue? Now what you doing, huh? Burnish Chart. Oh, maybe my opponent has like a really sweet, fun, like 5-colory decky thing. That'd be cool to see. Pass the turn here. Hang on. Gosh. Ooh. It has to be combat damage though, right? Yeah, it does. Well, I can get there. We can go ahead and do a bolt on the Burnished Heart right now, put a God's Willing on the Priest, protection from green, wipe the board, buy some time. I like it. And I get a scry. Don't counter me. Please don't. There isn't a counter for that, is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put it on the bottom. I want more spells. Green. Yeah, I'll draw you. Get more action. Not that it's great, but it's a thing. This allows me to at least get rid of some stuff. Well, my opponent only has a blue up. And my opponent seems to be a little bit out, and we're going to happily try to resolve this guy. Does it resolve? Counterspell? Yay, no counterspell. Certainly could be a flash creature here. There's plenty of flash creatures that just eats half a card. Or just the priest. That's a bummer, because that would be a fine way to trade 4 mana. I shouldn't complain, though. Doing somewhat okay. Sedge Scorpion's going to do a lot against me. I'm still going to attack into it, because I just got to clear the way. It's going to take one of these guys, so such is life. Ooh, Oracle's Insight is nice for my opponent. So we definitely want to put some pressure on, which we do have, especially with the Thunderbrute coming down. And even if it's a 5/5 and attack in for 4 and 3 goes through, still okay for me. I assume that my opponent would just trade it off, right? Give me the 5/5. Give me haste. Yeah. So do I want to just force through 4 more points of damage? I do have this 5/2. Yeah, if I can clear the board, I want my opponent to have no creatures. My opponent has 1 card in hand. So I just want to push through damage. So it's annoying that my 6-drop trading for the 1-drop, but at least 4 points get in, possibly 5. Because I don't think my opponent's going to want to trade off this Boon Satyr. Oh, my opponent does? Is there a Titan? Ooh, is there a Tactics here? Nope, just going for the 1. Trying to draw it right here. Okay, I'm still okay with that outcome. Keep the pressure on. My opponent was able to draw a card, basically cycle the Oracle Insight. But with a Scry, it's even better. Ooh, another big something? Ooh. Should be able to win that race, though. But that definitely allows my opponent to stabilize, because I can't bash through that. Alright. This is going to be close. Boom. Look how shiny and gorgeous that is. Chimera! That's not good. You're going to gain life. Attack me in the air. Why does my opponent want to... Well, I guess why not? Thin the deck out, right? Is there a way... Temporary power 3 or less. Well, that's not going to help with the Tremo Kratos, but it will help me not take damage. So I'll take a little bit of damage. Could change the race, though, because this Tremo Kratos could do enough to make not awesome things happen. Opponent gets to thin out the deck some more. Gain a life up to 9. Hopefully there's no way for the Chimera to get pumped. Watch, as a bestow creature comes down. Oh, no! I called it too soon. Oh! That is a bummer. That is a bummer. It says semi-sickness, right? Yeah, it does. Oof. It is all, right? All creatures able to block do so. Boom. Why not attack with the Horizon Chimera? Interesting. Very, very interesting. Lightning Strike. Well, ooh, maybe I wanted to kill before the life gain. Don't think it matters. It sucks I have to show my opponent the Lightning Strike, but pretty sure my opponent can presume that I have such a card in hand. I don't have any way to deal with that. My haste guy is gone. Yeah, I think that'll do the game. Move on to the last game of the match, where we might actually have a real game. Certainly would be fun. Though this actually ended up turning into something exciting. A couple good decisions to be made. And we'll just go ahead and concede from there. Alright, still can't change anything. So we'll submit and try to be quicker than my opponent and have a good draw. That's what we want. Yes, I want to play first. This is a good draw. You want a mulligan to 6? No, thank you. Lead with our Sun Guide. Try to bash in quickly. Font? Font. One of your two fonts. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, this is about quickness, for sure. Nice. My opponent doesn't have anything. So definitely want to play a Cerberus this turn, and then probably try to crack in with it along with the Titan Strength. Following up with like a Fortifier and a Glimpse after that. In order to try to really just get through all this damage. Just doing 10 next turn would be awesome. We'll see what my opponent plays. Nothing? So, Horizon Chimera. Or the Death Touch, dude. Well, we're about to find out. If my opponent doesn't block, though, do I just fire off the Titan Strength right away? I feel like I do. Here we go. Oh, a Sudden Storm. Yes, indeed. Alright, that's going to definitely buy a lot of time. Which is what I don't want my opponent to have. But we'll keep maximizing the manas and get a lot more pressure on the table. Really want this Titan Strength to be used with the two-headed Cerberus to get a huge secret chunk in after we glimpse. So that gives 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 15 points of damage smacking through. Alright. Well, probably gonna have to use the Glimpse or Titan Strength right now, because there's got to be something my opponent has at 5. Flash in. No. Or just doesn't want to trade it off, I suppose. What do you have? Horizon Chimera? Ooh, the Cockatrice. That is a good card. But hopefully it won't be super relevant, because we'll untap, use our Glimpse. Please tap out. Yes. So let's just do some math real quick, because we'll be able to Glimpse both of these guys. And then do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So, and just if tribute wasn't paid, it fights another target creature. No, we want to pay tribute. Pay tribute? Yes. You can have your 12/12. Alright. Got there. Just barely got there. You can go away. And we're in. Like Flynn. Okay, had a little post-game chat with my opponent, Blue Wasabi. So kind of had a game there at the end. I think the first two games, like I was saying, were just kind of, based on different mana issues. This one I was unable to put enough pressure on early before these big old guys were coming through. If I hadn't had those cards, I don't think I would have been able to get through it, because look at these really powerful cards getting way more exciting. Really interesting draft, though. Really weird, mediocre deck. I think we saw the first two matches go down of the overdrafted. One might have been like an inexperienced player in match one, and then match two just seemed like the overdrafted deck, good removal but poor everything else. And yeah, I think the story of this was, read your signals better. I only barely squeaked through. But thanks for watching, everyone. Comment, subscribe, and like on YouTube. Comment on manabluff.com. I promise to answer. Or find me on Twitter, __RJH___. If you want to start a conversation, say hello, which I always appreciate. And I always appreciate you watching. Thanks so much. See you next Friday. Adios.